Meghan Markle is reportedly seething after her plea for recognition as Entrepreneur of the Year was met with indifference by Jon Stewart, the influential comedian and social commentator. This incident has reignited the contentious debate surrounding her post-royal life and ambitions. Once celebrated as a beacon of modernity within the royal family, Markle now finds herself embroiled in a narrative that questions her authenticity and business acumen. The dismissal from a prominent figure like Stewart underscores the skepticism surrounding her entrepreneurial endeavors, painting her as a figure grappling with a profound disconnect between her aspirations and public perception. Since stepping back from royal duties, Markle has attempted to carve out a niche as a savvy entrepreneur, launching various ventures including her podcast, Archetypes, and a production company with her husband, Prince Harry. However, these initiatives have often been scrutinized, with critics arguing that her royal background and celebrity status overshadow any genuine business strategy. The irony of seeking recognition for entrepreneurship while still benefiting from her royal lineage raises questions about the authenticity of her ambitions. Stewart's refusal to acknowledge her plea highlights a broader skepticism that many share. Can a woman who once lived in a palace truly understand the grit and grind required to succeed in the business world? Furthermore, Markle's relationship with the media complicates her public image. She has long criticized the press for their intrusive coverage, yet her own ventures heavily rely on media spotlight and public interest. This paradox creates a perception of hypocrisy that undermines her credibility. The public wonders if her entrepreneurial pursuits are mere extensions of her quest for fame rather than serious business endeavors. Stewart's dismissal serves as a reminder that many view her as a celebrity seeking validation rather than a legitimate entrepreneur. The disconnect between her aspirations and the public's expectations only fuels the narrative that she remains out of touch with the realities faced by everyday businesspeople. Adding to the controversy is Markle's tumultuous history with the royal family and her seemingly incessant need for public validation. Critics argue that her departure from royal duties was less about pursuing personal happiness and more about shedding the constraints of her title to pursue fame on her own terms. This perception is further exacerbated by her high-profile lifestyle, which often clashes with her advocacy for social justice and equality. Her call for recognition from figures like Stewart, who have built their careers on authenticity and critique, only highlights the irony of her situation. In seeking acknowledgement from someone who embodies the very media landscape she often criticizes, Markle risks appearing disingenuous, a reality that fuels ongoing animosity towards her. In conclusion, Meghan Markle's anger at Jon Stewart's indifference to her entrepreneurial aspirations encapsulates a broader struggle for acceptance in a world that remains skeptical of her motivations. As she navigates the complexities of her identity post-royalty, the gap between her ambitions and public perception continues to widen. Her journey is marked by contradictions that challenge her credibility and raise questions about the authenticity of her entrepreneurial endeavors. Whether Markle can successfully redefine herself and gain the recognition she seeks remains uncertain, but the current narrative paints her as a figure caught in a relentless struggle for validation amid growing public skepticism.